It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard, the quarterback position, sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jayden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
A pass complete to Noah Brown.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and that'll set up 4th down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the quick, right? A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, Stroud. open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down for Houston.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On first down, it's Stroud. That is caught at the 3. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That penalty is declined.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first down, right back to Robinson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. The motion man here is McClure. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play. We'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Here's Tress Way now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll throw with Daniels. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. A tight end in motion now. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. It is a big-time play for Houston to gain of 43 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Now, Stroud. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10.
Come on.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's taking it. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. It's 2nd down.
All right.
They will work the middle with Mixon.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Here we go.
3rd and long. Now Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
2nd and a yard. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Okay, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready?
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Get it.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders are on the board. It's now 14-7. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. On the return, it's Damian Pierce. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
All right.
The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. Here's second and 3 to go. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
To the left side, caught by Schultz. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. To throw is Stroud. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Commanders' offense gonna take over just before the half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. That's McLaurin open on the left side. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Come on. Hey.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead
first half.
into the intermission.
Any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground, it's Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
All right.
Stroud to throw. That's complete to Diggs. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when fourth and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Texans first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
All right.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now Stroud. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. The Texans set to punt this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10.
On the ready. Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll throw with Daniels. Look wide. Get this one complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, it's Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. It's dead. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start in the red zone already. This drive beginning at the 20. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the handoff, it's Mixon. He'll work forward only to about the 18.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Commanders' 18-yard line.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he will score. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return here, up past the 30, but maybe a penalty allowed him to get that far. Let's see. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go, here we go. Check, Panther. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Alert, alert.
A give left side. Here comes Robinson. And let's give him about 4 on that one. That's Henry To'o on the tackle.
Let's go now. Ready.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll run. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Ready up.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Get it.
To throw is Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Flag, flag.
And the Washington 1st down.
Bronco switch. Rock, downward, check, check.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
On first down, it's Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
On the jump.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13.
Ready. Ready.
On the give, it's Robinson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Go. Ready.
And in motion is Brown. And he's into the end zone. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Commanders 14.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Here's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now Mixon, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. The Texans getting all set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And, man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now, Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside.
Ready?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down and 8.
All right.
They will work the middle with Mixon. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
All right.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. This would go a long way to sealing this one. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Daniels gonna throw again. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. So it's a win here for the Texans. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.